This is 9 News.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Elizabeth Bryan. We begin in Sydney, where there have been bizarre scenes in Strathfield in the city's inner west, where a man has been found on the street with his hands tied behind his back in a suspected kidnapping. Today, reporter Chris Urquhart joins me now on the phone. Chris, talk us through what we know so far.
Well, Lizzie, not a great deal of detail is known.
Chris Urquhart, thank you. A man has died after being hit by a truck in southeast Queensland overnight. It's understood that the man, aged in his 40s, was walking along Victoria Street at around 10:30 when he was struck. He died at the scene. A small earthquake has shaken homes in an area southwest of Sydney overnight. Geoscience Australia recorded a 3.9 magnitude tremor near Appin just after 1 a.m. There's been no reports of damage, but the quake was felt up to 50 kilometres away. A 34-year-old New Zealand man will appear in court today after allegedly stabbing another man on Sydney's lower North Shore. The 32-year-old French national was taken to hospital with a stab wound to his chest after he was attacked in Artarmon. It's alleged the offender also used an axe to damage a car before the stabbing. Overseas now, and the Istanbul nightclub gunman remains on the run. Turkish authorities have arrested 2 more people now in connection to the attack. The men, who were not from Turkey, were detained as they arrived at Istanbul's international airport and taken to the city's police headquarters for questioning. Meanwhile, hundreds have gathered in protest against outside the exclusive nightclub where the attack took place, condemning the violence. Well, normally bad smells send people running, but in South Australia, an extremely pungent flower has crowds flocking to take a whiff. The stinky corpse flower has bloomed for the 2nd year in a row. And taking a look at the weather around the country now, and 27 degrees with some showers in Brisbane, 30 degrees and heavy rain in Darwin with a chance of a storm. Still coming up this morning, toddler rescue. A 2-year-old saves his twin brother. Those remarkable pictures next. Too close for comfort, a driver pinned under a truck full of fireworks and crackers. And a 105-year-old man aiming to ride into the history books. I'm sorry, we're just having some technical difficulty. Oh, wait, we've got our script now, thank you. Police have identified 2 truck drivers killed in a fiery crash near Leighton in the New South Wales Riverina region. It's understood the 2 trucks collided with a Holden Commodore at an intersection at Stanbridge yesterday afternoon before catching alight. A 29-year-old man and a 53-year-old man both died at the scene. The driver of the car, a woman in her 40s, escaped with only minor injuries. Let's take a look at the front pages now. And in Sydney, the Telegraph headline reads, "Through the roof, Sydney home values have doubled since the global financial crisis." And David Warner's history-making century on the first day of the final test against Pakistan leads the age. Hasn't happened since the 1970s, not since the 1970s has a century been scored before lunch. And just a reminder of our top stories this morning. A man bound in a suspected kidnapping in Sydney's inner west. Horror crash, a man hit and killed by a truck in Queensland's southeast. And up in flames, the Sydney Function Centre with links to the Obeid family catches fire for the 2nd time in just 8 days. The Byron Bay mother on trial in Bali over the death of a veteran police officer has said she's worried about the country's legal system, but believes the judges on the case will be fair. Sarah Connor also said her partner and co-accused David Taylor will tell the truth when he appears as a witness in her trial. And a 105-year-old French man is attempting to write his way into the history books again as he tries to reset his own record for the most number of kilometres cycled in an hour in the over 100 age category. Just incredible. And now it's time to check in with Tim and Sylvia. Guys, what's coming up this morning on Today?
Morning to you, Lizzie. Yeah, plenty happening this morning. A busy show coming up. We've got some essential advice on what to do if someone in your family gets bitten, burnt or stung during this holiday season.
Also, find out how much your home could be worth in 2017. Interesting figures out this morning.
Yeah, there certainly are. More details on how you can enter to win in one of our triple cash calls.
And we are looking at and listening to the songs you love to hate. So which one really gets under your skin? Have a think about it.
Plenty. We've all got one. All that and more coming up very soon.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it. And still to come this morning, all the day's sport news, including rising cricket star Matthew Renshaw opens up about his maiden test ton at the SCG. Plus, Sydney Sixers beat the Heat at the Gabba. And Nick Kyrgios battles through injury at the Hopman Cup. Stay with us on Nine's early edition. All the weather details are coming up right after the break.
Jean sizing confusion.
Can't even do up.
Why Aussie women are more frustrated than ever before.
I've been 4 different sizes in 40 minutes.
Kmart, Target, Coles, Topshop, Zara, H&M. We put some of your favourite brands to the test. A current affair tonight.
Taking a look at the weather now, and a deepening low pressure system in the tropics and monsoon trough is bringing heavy rain, some severe storms and strong winds. And around the country today, 27 degrees with some showers in Brisbane, sweltering conditions in Perth for a top of 41 degrees. And tomorrow now, a chance of a shower or two in Brisbane and Sydney. Showers and storms for Darwin, a top of 31. And looking ahead to Friday now, and 28 degrees with some showers in Brisbane, cloud clearing in Perth. And that's all from me this morning. It's now time to join Tim and Sylvia for today.